You got to earn stuff. Ain't nobody giving you nothing. We got kids, they ain't played a snap, you know, and you want to be one?
It's some real football happening right now.
And you really don't want it like that. It's straight mental.
Deion Sanders is the definition of an old school coach, and I think today's well-off media video amplifies that to other degrees. Now, in this video that we're going to watch together like we usually do, but we typically only watch the gameplay of it, but ain't much gameplay in this one. It's a lot of running, so we're going to watch a little bit of gameplay and practice, and then we're going to kind of speak about the Deion Sanders being hot. That boy, hey, if you've ever played football, you know what one of these practices is like when you run for most of the practice. We're going to kind of have a conversation, maybe a little story time, and then after that, Draylon Miller actually had an interview, and it's funny enough, he talked about Deion Sanders and another one of his old school mentalities. So let's hop right into it with a well-off media video. Shout out to Warren Sapp. He's back in action too. Let's get to it, man.
Florida. With Florida. No, not with Florida. Okay. Going with Coach Brown.
Where?
Orlando, I think, something like that.
Let's go, bring the juice. Bring that juice. Let's go.
No penalties. No penalties.
Let's go.
What you thinking, boys?
We here to work, right? Yes, sir. We here to commit to work, right? Yes, sir. We're going to communicate, we're going to work, we're going to do it all day, right? Yes, sir. Well, let's go then. Let's show me what you're talking about. Let's go. Work on three, work on me. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. You walking, you wrong. You walking.
Hey. Now, Mr. Alvin Kamara in the flesh. Talking to Coach Brown, talking up, hamming it up, you know. Real NFL things.
I mean, you can ease out of them right now. Ease out of them. But I want you in your back pedal around by right now. Not running out of them, but like a slow bump.
DJ McKinney getting some private work
on
Coach Brown.
Okay.
Like to
Don't
see
get too here.
Like to see it.
Don't get too there. Just stay right on the inside shoulder. All right? I want you to work on that all day today. Yes, sir. There's going to be another way to skin the chicken. We're going to have 5 ways to cut that by the time you
Hey, man. That boy Caden is looking deadly. Ooh, that boy was gone.
Give me a hey, T.
Caden again. Giving it this time. Running game's looking good so far. Again, it's spring, so you can't let your full thuds and everything. But
Hey, Joe. Ass over here. You ain't did shit that last right. Get back in there.
Hey, whoa, yeah. Hey, Joseph Williams getting talked to like a. Hey, this some real football happening right now. Hey, if y'all gonna get y'all feelings hurt, if y'all gonna be upset that y'all favorite transfer portal player or your favorite recruit or Julian Lewis about to get his ass chewed out, y'all better go. This is football, son. Look, I don't believe in the world of football where you gotta play hurt and do. Like, I don't think you should destroy your body, but mental reps in this era of football. Oh no, y'all got too many water breaks. Y'all got, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got the extra head helmet. Y'all got the helmets. Y'all got the condoms on top of your head. The least y'all could do is not make mental mistakes, and that is. I don't want to call myself an unk or old school, but I think at the core of what football is and at the core of teaching football, because, hey, football is just teaching you that shit is hard sometimes, dog. Sometimes it's hard, and sometimes you're going to have a hard day like them Buffaloes had today, man. Even Joseph Williams getting it. You see it, Juju. Just handing off. Double fours out there. Now, interesting to talk about, Shador. Oh, here goes.
If they don't want him to get treated how we gonna treat him, they should put his ass out. Hey, come here.
I like that shit. Like I was saying, hey, wide receivers gonna have some. They're gonna be some assholes. I like that. Okay, 1-6. Do not doubt 1-6. That boy can sling the ball. I'm a yap after it.
So F-Brain, what you got? What coverage is that?
He is on them, man. He is on them ass today, boy.
It's cover 9 right there.
There's 4
What
people.
covers is that, Smitty?
It's cover
Y'all
9.
call that?
It's cover 9 right there. Cover 9. We got y'all cover 9.
Smitty, you got some on you issue.
You split you. Help.
Work the edges, D-line. Let's go.
We ready to move.
Gotta get that thing off.
Fall up the table. Go through it. Hey,
There you go, Joseph.
fall up the table.
All on the tape. Uh-oh, here we go. False start action. This is the beginning of the end. You can, and this is kind of what I meant, because obviously it's going to be a lot of, a lot of them just getting a bunch of penalties and a lot of them running. And I want to talk about energy. You know what I'm saying? As a smooth little handoff gets handed off. Oh, and that boy gone. I want to talk about energy, right? I was talking. So, and now this is at 9:55. Again, they run from here until was 9:55 and all the way into 14. So we're gonna leave it on 9:55. We're gonna silence it, and I want to talk about a few things that we're gonna get into the Draylon Miller. The first thing I want to talk about, we're not gonna go into a full story time. Because, again, I was no Colorado. I was no college player. I just got high school stories. That's it. I got high school, pee-wee, middle school stories. That's all you're going to know me and this bum knee, all right? But what I will tell you is the energy, right? And this is something that I know in at college level, high school, whatever, every single level. You can feel when a practice is going a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Like, as you can see, Joseph Williams, and then we watch all these together, right? We kind of document these, talk about them, XYZ, about how the different ups and downs of different people. Shout out to the fat bias going first. And I think something consistent that we saw was in, an enrichment and uplifting. Now we're in the dog days of spring practice, right? The last days of spring practice, where it's less about, learning, right? And more about breaking, right? And it's more about what the coaches can learn and more about how can we test their mental fortitude? How can we not have 6? They getting. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, he chewing somebody. We gonna rewind it back, but just talking about that, you could see Joseph Williams getting after this guy getting at it. Like it's a feeling, an environment that's like, oh yeah, this is gonna be one of them days. So that practice already felt like that, and then on top of that, like I alluded to, you need to have that. You need to have days like these, right? You need to have days where, hey, listen, we gonna get your conditioning right. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get you to the right perspective and make you mess up, not make you mess up, but put you in these perplexing situations where you have to respond to this sort of adversity. Instead of playing team all day, you gonna run. And again, unless you enjoy running, if you play football, you probably don't enjoy just running, looking at grass and running and huffing and puffing and you know what I'm saying, and running and running and running. Like there's a way of, I already alluded to the braking, I already alluded to the cardio, but on top of that, when I also talked about just what does spring football mean in a full, in a full package, it's this. it's days like this. It's hard days. It's running hundreds. It looks like they're wearing 110s, hundreds, right? And this, what Coach Prime got to say?
Stuff from the old school.
I did not only thing I watched, I just skimmed through it just to see how much gameplay we had. I did not know about this. I actually brought up another video because I was like, I'm going to reinforce the old school thing. I didn't know he said it in the video, but hey, there you go. You're making it easy for me, Prime. So what you got to say to the people, Prime?
Y'all tell me this. I want y'all to be straight up with me. Stuff from the old school, not an old fool. Do you ever remember my generation? Your mother calling in sick. I don't remember. That's where I get my work ethic from. My mama. I don't remember. I do remember this. My mama had to get off work and come to that school because I was showing out. It was gonna be fireworks. That was back in the day. They gave you mama room to whoop you in. Now, it's CPS all day long. It's mental.
All right, wait, let me.
Mental. All this stuff is mental, man.
Hey, what did I say? What did I say? In this modern era, right, where I think a lot of people think that people are getting softer, where I think a lot of people think that, you know, people can kind of run from certain things, there's a way to implement that. And at the end of the day, like I said, I hate when people say that and say, oh, you can't be hard on these kids. You can be hard on them mentally. You can run them until they can't run no more. Like I never understood that. What you mean you can't discipline somebody? You can't discipline some kids. You ever made a 300-pound lineman run 10 110s? I promise you. I promise you, he gonna do whatever he need to do or leave the team. Like that's that. And I think one of the great reasons why you're watching this video, right? And you know, my Colorado videos are so interesting. There's so many people who are interested in this type of there's no football happening. I don't know if y'all noticed, but there is no football happening. This is like the only football I can watch and see, so I'm yapping about it, right? But it's not just, you'd be dumb to think it's just Deion Sanders the celebrity or just Deion Sanders the player, right? It's not just the player, the person, or whatever, the larger life. It's also, oh, wait, you get, oh, he yelling at them boys. Hey, he getting at them. It's also that you get a bit of reality. You get a bit of nice words and a bit of an affirmation of what the old school is, what the old ways is, and how to get it done. So let's go ahead and hear Deion close it out here.
This how 10% that's just lazy, and you really don't want it like that. It's straight mental. It's straight mental. You can talk yourself into anything you want, and you can talk yourself out of something that you really want. It's straight mental. We wouldn't have to do this if we were disciplined. It's hard to be disciplined. Let me say this right. It's hard to be disciplined off the field if you're not disciplined on the field, and vice versa. If you're undisciplined on the field, your life is undisciplined. There's no way you could come out here and everything is right in life. You're on time, you're doing this, you're doing your schoolwork, you're doing everything, and then you're disciplined. Come on, man. Come on. You cannot be undisciplined. You will not make it in life. And some of y'all ain't taking this stuff serious, and y'all don't understand. You're putting a track record together for us to go in that portal and replace you. That's pretty much what you're doing. And would you doubt us? Would you blame us? Because you see what we're doing. We're trying to win it all. We're not trying to win. We're trying to win it all. That's what we're trying to do. Right, coaches? We're trying to win it all. You got to figure out, are you that person? Because y'all are content with 3, which means you average. Y'all content with that stuff. I can't really tell nobody that came out here today say I'm going to be a 4 or 5. Like, is that one person in your group? Offensive line. Who was the guy?
And they're going to, obviously keep going and do some more personal stuff. But before we get into this Draylon Miller conversation, I think it's so important, this whole, hey, I'm a classic type of guy. I just like the way that some coaches, and again, I didn't mean for this to be this, but the way that some coaches either did cry or continue to just cry about the transfer portal instead of using it the way that Deion Sanders came in. I remember, y'all, everybody tried to, Barstool and on him tried to paint Deion as everything except a child of God because he came in there and said, hey, I'm going to leave now so I can transfer people in here right now. It's so odd to me because it's easy to look at the younger generation and say y'all are soft and y'all are this, right? It's easy to do that, but you know what's hard? It's hard to, as Deion Sanders, say, okay, well, what can I do old school? I could run the fuck out of them, right? I can implement this. I can implement that. I can still implement old school ways in the new world. Have your Instagram. You can have your Instagram things on the back. Have your Instagram whatever on the back of your jersey. Go crazy. But again, if you've played football for a long time, you know about this right here. And it's the number 1 rule. And in my high school, nobody was allowed to wear number 1 except in my senior year because there was a special dude who did special things with the rock in his hand. But no number 1s exist, or you're not allowed to have number 1. Last year, it was LeJohntay Wester. LeJohntay Wester was one of the most important parts of that offense at Colorado. He had been given the number 1 multiple times, but Coach Prime did not let him put it on because of academics. Not DJ academics. Not a fat dude that cries when somebody threatens him. Sorry. But because his academics weren't right. So you know what number one means back in the day? Tell him, Coach.
You got to earn stuff. Ain't nobody giving you nothing. We got kids, they ain't played a snap, and you want to be one? You know what number one meant back in the day for us? That you were that one.
So Draylon Miller, who I think, if anybody, maybe him, maybe Omarion, maybe Caden, there's like a low list of people who you didn't consider, but I think he would be one of those guys that, hey, if you want to wear number one. He's going to be taking running back snaps. He's going to be taking, obviously, wide receiver snaps. Made a great impact in his true freshman year. And this is what it meant to him to try to get that one.
Obviously, Draylon, you wore number one in high school. How would you like to wear number one again, and how cool would it be for you to earn that after watching DeJounte kind of go through the process of earning it last season?
It mean a lot, like a whole bunch, actually. Coming out of high school, I wanted one bad, but Coach Prime, you have to earn everything here. And coming out, I knew Tay wanted one, so I was like, okay, I'll probably wait the next year. So, yeah, I just been working to try to earn number one and just get back to my old self.
Hey, I love to hear that. And this is what that breeds, right? These are what those hard conversations like this with DJ McKinney, right? And I meant to talk about this, and I'll talk about this right now. First off, I love, those individual, nuggets that you're going to get from Coach Prime that you're not going to get from anybody else. It's not because you can't do it. It's just because you ain't Coach Prime, right? There's just not many like it, right? But I also want to talk about a little bit some of the other storylines of the backup. So we saw this was just mostly watch practice, old school stuff, watch an old head be unk stuff, and hey, let him get his unk stuff off. But I want to talk about Alvin Kamara being at the Colorado practice talking to Coach Prime. Now, why would he be there? We've seen Champ Bailey there. We've seen a multitude of different NFL players, and I want it to be known that Deion Sanders is going to continue to use what he knows, and that's NFL players, NFL prodigies, NFL connections to extend for his team, which is, of course, is going to make his team that much more elite. Again, I really don't know how people bet against Deion Sanders. Like, if you watch football and you've watched football for more than 5 years, why do you think that someone who's at this level of football, who lives, breathes, and has the connections like he does in football, wouldn't be successful in football? Regardless, it brings up an interesting conversation. The conversation it brings up is, of course, the fact that Shedeur Sanders is now strongly linked to the Saints. He was linked to the Browns. He was linked to the Giants. He was linked to a few other teams, but now it seems like he's linked to the Saints. Maybe it's just a coinkadink. I don't know. Saints really didn't do much in free agency. That's what my New Orleans people are telling me. So maybe it means that Alvin Kamara is down there trying to get the lowdown on Shedeur Sanders so he can catch a bunch of balls. I don't know. But what I do know is that in the background of all this, and this is what we're going to start, talking about whenever spring actually is over, which is actually coming pretty quick. April 9th. This is this weekend, April 19th? No, 2 weeks from now. So April 19th is the game. And that will be the end of foosball. Again, there's other springs going on, so we'll check in on with them. But what's going on in the background is some elite recruiting. You got 4-star quarterback Brody McHorder with Coach Prime and Pat Schumer. You got 4-star offensive lineman Deacon Schmidt with Coach Prime, the number one recruit in Colorado. That's a big dog, but even bigger dog. 4-star offensive tackle Johnny Jones with Coach Prime on his visit. He's 6'7", 308 pounds of pure absolute big boy, big bodiness. Now, today was a great day. I know you're great. I know even if you're not having a great day, that you're amazing, you're elite, and you're going to make phenomenal things happen. Today was a good video to just sit back, relax, and listen to the old ways of foosball, the ways that I think a lot of people remember it to look. And I think the ways that a lot of people would want it to look, you know what I'm saying, in idealistic worlds. But hey, Coach Prime got him right. He got him going, man. A little heated there in a good way, but you need these sessions in springtime to right the troops, and I think he did that in a great way. So like the video if you like it, dislike if you don't like it, subscribe if you enjoy college football content, coverage, NIL, spring foosball, all types of foosball. It's about to be the real deal off season, dog days. So if there's any type of content that you want to see, let me know. Like the video if you like it, dislike if you don't like it, subscribe if you want to see college football. I already said all that. See, if you want to see more of it, hit the dang thing, hit the thing with the thing, man. We'll see you next time.